Children, it is a continuation of the solution of big collection of physics MCQ. Now you take the chapter electricity. In the electricity chapter, the first question is SI unit of electric charge. You know what is the SI unit of electric charge? SI unit of electric charge is coulomb. SI unit of electric charge is coulomb. So option C is the answer. Then you take the second question. The rate of flow of electric charge is known as rate of flow of electric charge is nothing but electric current. What is rate of flow of electric charge? Rate of flow of electric charge is electric current. Next you take the third question. Electric iron box works on the principle of electric iron works on the principle of. You know that electric iron produces heat to iron the clothes. So which effect it is? It is heating effect of electric current. Works on the principle of heating effect. Option A is the answer. Next you take the fourth question. Keeping the potential difference constant, the resistance of the circuit is halved. Then the current in the circuit is. You know that the resistance of the circuit is halved. Then the current in the circuit, you know the relation among the current, potential difference and resistance, that is V equals R into I. Then here I equals what? V by R. V by R. Here the resistance of the circuit is halved. Here what is said? Resistance is halved. It is reduced to half. As the resistance decreases, the current in the circuit increases, because you know that here I equals V by R. R is in the denominator. R is in the denominator. So as the value of R decreases, current must increase. Current must increase. Therefore, which is the answer here? Option A is the answer. Then the current in the circuit increases. Next you take question number 5. What is the amount of current flowing through an electric press if the amount of charge passing through a conductor in 10 minutes is 300 coulomb? 300 coulomb. You know the relation among the current I, charge Q and time T. What is that relation? I is equals to Q by T. I is equals to Q by T. Here, what is the amount of current flowing through the electric press if the amount of charge passing through a conductor in 10 minutes is 300 C. Here this is Q, this is T. Then you write that equals Q. Q is 300. 300 by T. T is 10 minutes. That is 10 into, we have to convert that into second. 0, 0 cancels. And 3 by 6. 3 by 6 is 6 ones are 6.5. So it is 0.5 ampere. Then what is the answer? 0.5 ampere is the answer. Now you take the sixth question. In the given figure, the resistors. Option A, 6 ohm, 3 ohm, 9 ohm are in series. 9 ohm, 6 ohm are in parallel and the combination is in series with 3 ohm. 3 ohm, 6 ohm and 9 ohm are in parallel. 3 ohm, 6 ohm are in parallel and the combination is in the series with 9 ohm. Here, children observe the figure. You know about the parallel combination and series combination. Here, observe the figure. 3 ohm and 6 ohm. These two are in parallel, and with this combination 9 ohm is in series. So here you can select the, identify the answer. 3 ohm and 6 ohm are in parallel and the combination is in series with 9 ohm. Series with 9 ohm. That is the answer here. Option D is the answer. Take the question number 7. When a current I flows through a resistance R for a time t, the electrical energy spent is given by. When a current I flows through a resistance R for time t, the electrical energy spent is given by. You know the relation among E, I, R and T. So you know that E is equals to I square RT. Here you got the relation in the heating effect of electric current in this unit, that E is equals to I square RT. E is equals to I square RT. You know that here H equals V into I into T, which is equals to V into I into T. Again V, you know, V is what? R into I or I into R. I into R into I T. So it becomes I into I square RT. So here, which is the correct relation? I square RT. So you note down option B is the answer. That is heat electrical energy is given by the relation I square RT. Then you take the question number 8. A wire of resistance R1 is cut into 5 equal pieces. These 5 pieces of wire are then connected in parallel. If the resultant resistance of this combination be R2, then the ratio R1 by R2 is. In the ratio R1 by R2. In the initial stage, the resistance of R1 is there. It is cut into 5 equal parts and they are connected in parallel. You know the parallel column. Here resistance becomes R1 by 5, R1 by 5, R1 by 5, R1 by 5, R1 by 5. Here they are connected in parallel. Here these are the resistance of the 5 parts. And all these resistors are connected in parallel. Then it becomes R2 equals, or you take 1 by R2 equals 1 by R2 equals 1 by R1 by 5 plus 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 1 by R1 by 5. Now if you take this 5 in the numerator, you will get 5 by R1 plus 5 by R1 plus 5 by R1 plus 5 by R1 plus 5 by R1. Here the LCM is R1 and 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 25. So it equals 1 by R2 equals 25 by R1. Then R1 by R2 equals, if it is transferred here, it becomes R1 by R2. That equals 25 by 1. It is equals to 25. So what is the answer here? Option D is the answer. Option D is the answer. Note down it. Next you take the question number 9. The same question can be asked in this manner. A wire of resistance R is cut into 5 equal pieces. These 5 pieces of wires are connected in parallel. If the resultant resistance of this combination be small r, resistance is here small r, then the ratio of R is to R is. The same question is asked, but in the place of R1, R2, here what they have taken? They have taken capital R and small r, and the answer is same answer. That is that 25 by 1, nothing but 25, which is equals to 25 is to 1. In the place of R1 you take capital R, and in the place of R2 you take small r. So the relation is here, the ratio is 25 is to 1. Here these two are same. Here only 25 is written. Here 25 is to 1 is written. Next you take the question number 10. How many 9 ohm resistors in parallel are required to carry 4 amps on 12 volt battery? 4 amps on 12 ohm, 12 volt battery. Here first you get the resistance of the circuit. You know the relation among R, V and I. R equals what? R equals V by I. R equals V by I. V is here 12 and I is 4. 4 ones are 4 threes are 3 you got. 3 ohm. And how will you get 3 ohm? By connecting 9 ohm resistors, that is by the parallel combination. And how many resistors are required? How many resistors are required? Know that 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9. Here the LCM becomes 9. 1 plus 1 plus 1. You take 1 by R here. That becomes 3 by 9. 3 ones are 3 threes. So R equals 3 you will get. So here how many resistances? 1, 2, 3. 3 resistors are to be connected in parallel. Option C is the answer. Now the 11th question. Identify the correct relation. Identify the correct relation. Here first one is H is equals to I square RT. I RT wrong. I R square T wrong. V square RT wrong. Here H equals Vy. V into I into T is there. That is energy supplied to the circuit by the source in time T is P into T. P is nothing but Vi. Here that is P into T. P is equals to what? V into I. So you can have this relation. This relation is correct among all these. So you note down option D is the answer. Option D is the answer. So H equals V into IT. That is the heat generated or energy supplied. Then you take the 12th question. If the current flowing in a heater is increased by 2 times, then the heat energy produced in it. Heat H equals, you know the relation I square RT. In the relation H equals I square RT, if the current is increased by 2 times, it increases 2 power 2 times, means 2 square times means 4 times. Increases by 4 times. In the relation I square is there, so it increases by 4 times. If the current flowing in a heater is increased by 2 times, then the heat energy produced in it is increased by 4 times. So what is the answer? Option D is the answer. Note down the answer. Option D. Next you take the Ohm's law. You know the Ohm's law. What is that Ohm's law? V equals I into R. V equals I into R. Ohm's law is mathematically expressed as V is equals to IR. So option A is the answer. Then you take the 14th question. Tungsten is used in the electric bulb. Tungsten is used as a heating filament in the electric bulb because you know that tungsten is having high resistance and high melting point. So here identify the answer. It is there. It has high melting point and high resistance. It has high melting point and high resistance. Then you take the 15th question. An electric device of rated 1 kilowatt is connected across 220 V potential difference. The fuse of the following rating to be used. Fuse of the following rating to be used. Here what is given? Power is given and potential difference is given. You know the relation among the power, potential difference and I, that is P equals V into I. P equals V into I. Then I is to be find out. I is equals to what? P by V. P is 1 kilowatt. 1 kilowatt means 1000 watt by 220. And if you divide 1000 by 220, you will get 4. This is 880. Again what is remaining? 0, 0, 10 minus 8, 2 and 9 minus 8, 1. So you will get approximately 2 5 is 10, 4.5 is there. and here 4.5 nearest to 5. So you take here option D is the answer. Option D is the answer. Next you take the 16th question. A device rated to 20 watt 75 watt is used for 30 minutes daily. The amount of energy consumed in a day is. Amount of energy consumed in a day is. Here what are given? P is given and it is a V. Potential difference V is given and P is also given. What you have to find out? E. And what is the relation among E, V and P? E, V and P. Here you use the relation E is equals to P into T. P into T. P is 750 and T is 30 minutes. 30 minutes means half hour. 750 into, that is 1 by 2 you take. 2 1s are 2 3s are 2 7s are 2 5s are. So you will get 375 watt per hour. 375 watt per hour, because here 30 minutes means half hour we have taken. That is 375 watt per hour. So what is the option here? Option A is the answer. Use the relation here. P is not needed. Only you can take this P and this time taken. E is equals to P into T is there. And P is given that 750 watt and T you take in terms of hour, because here the answers are in hours, and that becomes 750 into 30 minutes means half an hour. 1 by 2 you take. If 750 is divided by 2 you will get 375. Then option A is the answer. Then you take the 17th question. If the radius of cross section of wire is halved, then its resistance. Here radius of the cross section. As the radius of the cross section increases, the resistance decreases. Now if you take here R1, R1 equals rho into L by A. Again you take R2, R2 equals rho into L remains L only, but here what happened? Radius of the cross section is halved. Then you take here, you know that L by pi r square. L by pi r square. A is pi r square here. And pi into R. R is halved. Halved means that becomes R by 2. R by 2. Then it becomes rho L by pi into R square by 4. So you'll get 4 into rho into L by pi r square. So it becomes 4 into R1, means 4 into R1. So it increases 4 times. Increases by 4 times. It becomes 4. Resistance increases by 4 times as the radius of the cross section wire is halved. Then you take the option A is the answer. Increased by 4 times. You must know the relation. Then you can apply that relation, apply that equation to get the result. Next you take the question number 18. Which of the following is true? Which of the following is true? A. Heat energy varies inversely to square of current flowing through the conductor. Heat energy varies directly to square of resistance of the conductor. Heat energy varies inversely to current flowing through the conductor. Heat energy varies directly to square of the current flowing through the conductor. But you know that as the current flowing through the conductor increases, heat energy also increases. But in the equation H is equals to I square RT. The equation says that as the electric current increases, the heat energy also increases in its square. That is, here which option we have to take as an answer? Note down that heat energy varies directly. Directly you must take. This one and this one is there directly. and here heat energy varies directly to square root current flowing through the conductor. Square of current flowing through the conductor. What is the answer here? Option D is the answer. If the resistance is there, directly. But here, you know that inversely is there. No any inverse here. Directly means square of the resistance is there. That is not the answer. And inversely to the current is there. That is not the answer. So, heat energy varies directly to square of a current flowing through conductor. Then next you take question number 19. Circuit symbol for variable resistance is. You know the circuit symbol for the variable resistance. What is that symbol? It is option B. Option B is the answer. Now question number 20. Which of the given is the unit of electric current? Here which is the SI unit of the electric current? SI unit of the electric current is ampere. So note down the answer. SI unit of electric current is ampere. Then you take the question number 21. A fuse wire is inserted in which wire? Fuse wire is always inserted in the live wire because current is flowing through the live wire. So fuse wire is inserted in the live wire. Which is the answer here? Then what is the answer? Option E is the answer. Note down option E. Next you take the question number 22. The rate of flow of an electric charge is known as. Rate of flow of an electric charge is known as. Rate of flow of electric charge is known as electric current. What is the answer? Option C is the answer. Electric current. Next you take the question number 23. The instrument used for measuring electric current is. Instrument used for measuring electric current is ammeter. You know, to measure the electric current flowing through the circuit, which is the instrument used, that is ammeter. Next, you take the question number 24. The relation between potential difference V and the current I is. V is directly proportional to I. So, what is that? Option D is the answer. V is directly proportional to I. Current flowing through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its end. That is the V is proportional to I. And you know the relation V is equals to I Ri. Here R is the proportionality constant, which is termed as resistance. Then you take the next question. Question number 25. Which of the given statement is not true regarding the electrical setup for the verification of Ohm's law? The voltmeter is connected in parallel with the known resistance. The ammeter is connected in series with the circuit. The rheostat can only increase the resistance in electric circuit. The single key is used to switch on of the electric circuit. Here, voltmeter is connected in parallel. Yes, it is correct. Ammeter is connected series. It is also correct. Single key is used to switch on of the electric circuit. That is also correct. Here, you can't believe only rheostat can be increase the resistance in electric circuit. That is not the answer. When you take option C is the answer. Then you take the next question, question number 26. On which of the given resistance does not depend? On which of the given resistance does not depend? So first one is length of the conductor. You know that resistance depends upon the length of the conductor. As the length of the conductor increases, resistance also increases. And also it depends upon area of the cross section. As the area of the cross section decreases, resistance increases. And also it depends upon the temperature. Then which is not affecting density. Resistance does not depend upon the density of the conductor, density of the material. So note down the answer, option D. Then you take the next question. You know that both the resistance and resistivity of a material vary with temperature. Therefore, you can say that resistance depends upon this length of the conductor, area of the cross section, and also temperature, and also it depends upon the nature of the material of the conductor, but it does not depends upon the density of the conductor. So here option D is the answer. Then you take the question number 27. Which of the given statement is true regarding ammeter and voltmeter? Here first one is, what is there? Ammeter is connected in series with the required device. Voltmeter is parallel. Yes, it is correct. Both ammeter and voltmeter are connected in series. That is wrong. The voltmeter is connected in series. Wrong. They can be connected in any way. That is also wrong. So you can take the option B. Both. Option A, connected in ammeter is connected in series with the required device. Voltmeter in parallel. So which is the answer here? Option A is the answer. So you note down option A. Next you take the question number 28. An electric heater is rated at 2 kilowatt. Electrical energy cost rupees 4 per kilowatt hour. What is the cost of using the heater for 3 hours? Cost of using the heater for 3 hours. So here what is given? The power P and electric energy cost is given. What is the cost of using the heater for 3 hours? Here we have to find out H. H equals what? P into T. P is 2 kilowatt is there into 3, that is 6 units, 6 kilowatt hour, that is 6 units. 6 into 4, you will get 24. So what is it is? It is 24 rupees. Rupees 24 is the answer. Note down the answer. Option B, rupees 24. Here power is given and time is given. So use the relation H equals P into T, or E is equals to P into T. E is equals to P into T. Energy used is here P into T. So 24 rupees as 6 kilowatt hour, 6 units of electricity is used. Then you take the question number 29. The commercial unit of energy is kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. Note down this. Next you take question number 30. An electric fuse works on the, you know that electric fuse works on the heating effect of electric current. Chemical effect is there, magnetic effect is there, heating, lighting effect is there, but fuse works on the heating effect of current. Note down the answer. Option D. Next we will take the question number 31. A car headlight bulbs. A car headlight bulbs works on 12 volt car battery, draws a current of 0.5 amps. The resistance of the light bulb is, here what is given? V is given and I is given. What you have to find out? R. You know the relation among these three. R equals what? V by I, and V equals Ri. V is 12 and current is 0.5. So if you take decimal point, it becomes 120 by 5, and 5 ones are 5 twos are 10, and 4 is remaining, 5 fours are. So you will get 24 ohm. Then what is the answer? Answer is 24 ohm. Note down option D. Now take the question number 32. The resistivity of a certain material is 0.6 ohm meter. The material is most likely to be. Here it is given that the resistivity of a material is 0.6 ohm meter. The material is most likely to be insulator, superconductor, conductor, semiconductor. The substances or materials which are having the resistivity in the range of 10 power minus 8 ohm meter to 10 power minus 6 are the good conductors, and the materials whose resistivity lies between 10 power 12 to 10 power 17 ohm meter are the insulators. And here 0.6 ohm meter means the resistivity lies between the resistivity of the good conductors and insulators. Therefore, you can say that they are semiconductors. So, you can consider these are the semiconductor because their conductivity lies between the resistivity of the good conductors and insulators. So, you can take they are the semiconductors. Then you take the question number 33. If the amount of electric charge passing through a conductor in the 10 minutes is 300 coulomb, the current flowing is. You know the relation among the charge and the time. That is I is equals to Q by T. Here how much? Q is 300 and time is 10 minutes. 10 means 10 into 60 seconds. Then here cancel 0, 6 ones are 6.5. So you will get the answer 0.5 amps. Here you got 0.5. Therefore option D is the answer. Next you take the question number 34. Keeping the potential difference constant, the resistance of a circuit is doubled. The current will become. Here the current is inversely proportional to the resistance. You know that I equals V by R. As the resistance increases, the current flowing through the conductor decreases. So here the resistance of a circuit is doubled and naturally the current will become half. So you take the answer option B. Next you take the question number 35. Which of the following is not correctly matched? Here first one A. Yes, it is a symbol of the electric cell. Second, resistor. It is also correct. But the option C, it is said that it is open plug, but it is a closed plug. Here the dot is there. It is a closed plug key. So here which is not correct. Here what is the answer? Option B, C. Note down the answer. Next you take the question number 36. Calculate the current flowing through 10 ohm resistor in the following circuit. 10 ohm resistor in the following circuit. Here the potential difference V is there. V is equals to 6 and I is equals to V by R, that is 6 by 10 ohm means 6 by 10, that you will get 0.6. And the answer here option B. Current flowing through the 10 ohm resistor is 0.6, that is 6 by 10. 10 is the resistance, 6 is the potential difference. Now you take the question number 37. The temperature of a conductor is increased. The graph best showing the variation of its resistance. We know that both resistance and resistivity of a material vary with temperature. As the temperature increases, resistivity also increases. So here what is the answer? Option A. Here you note down what is the answer? Option A is the answer. As the temperature increases, resistivity also increases. Next you take the question number 38. A battery of 10 volt carries 20,000 coulomb of charge through a resistance of 20 ohm. The work done in 10 seconds is. You know the relation among the W, V and Q. That is W is equals to V into Q. Here V is the potential difference, Q is the charge. Then what is charge? 20,000 into 10. So you will get 2 ones are 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50 I put. That equals 2 into 10 power 5 joules. 2 into 10 power 5 joules. So what is the answer here? Option B is the answer. Note down the answer, option B. Then you take the next question. Question number 39. A boy records that 400 joules of work is required to transfer 10 coulomb of charge between 2 points of a resistor of 50 ohm. The current passing through it is. Current passing through it is. You know the relation among the work done and V and also charge. W is equals to V into Q. Here what is given? W is given. And next what is given? Charge is given. Then R is given. So first you get V. V is equals to W by Q. W is 4000. Q is 10. Then you will get 400. That is 400 is the volts. Then here next what is given? Resistance is given. So I equals V by R. V is 400 and R is 50. Then you can take 5 ones are 5 eights are. So you will get the answer 8 amps. Here the answer is 8 amps. Next you take the question number 40. Take the 40th question, question number 40. To get 6 ohm resistance using only 2 ohm resistors, the number of them required is. Here if 2 ohm resistors are connected in series, you will get 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6. So you can join 3 resistors. 2 ohm plus 2 ohm plus 2 ohm, you will get 6 ohm if they are connected in series. So therefore, by using 3 2 ohm resistors, means the number of 2 ohm resistors required to get 6 ohm resistance is 3 resistors. So take the option B is the answer. Here 2 ohm resistors are joined to get 6 ohm, that is 3 2 ohm resistors are combined to get 6 ohm, that is in series connection. Question number 41. 2 wires of same length and area made of 2 materials of resistivity rho 1 and rho 2 are connected in series to a source of potential V. The equivalent resistivity for the same area is. Here they are connected in series. You know that RS equals R1 and R2, R1 plus R2. RS equals R1 plus R2. Here rho 1 plus rho 2. So what is the answer here? Option A is the answer. Note down the answer. Option A. Next you take the question. 2 devices are connected between 2 points A and B in parallel. The physical quantity that will remain the same between the 2 points is. Here when the devices are connected in parallel between the 2 points, voltage remains same. So option B is the answer. In parallel connection, voltage remains same, current changes. Question number 43. The least resistance obtained by using 2 ohm, 4 ohm, 1 ohm and 100 ohm is. The least resistance means it is necessary to connect them in the parallel combination. So you take 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 by 100. Here the LCM is 100. Then 250 is a 50 and 425 is a 25 plus 100 the 100 plus 1. Here it is 1 by R. Then 100, 50 plus 75, 75 plus 175 you will get. Here 175 by 100. Then R equals what? 100 by 175. So it is less than 1. So you can consider what is the answer here? Option C is the answer. Note down, option C is the answer. Then take the next question. Question number 44. Two wires of same length. Two wires of same length and area made of two materials of resistivity rho 1 and rho 2 are connected in parallel V to a source of potential. The equivalent resistivity for the same length and area is two wires of same length and area made of two materials of resistivity rho 1 and rho 2 are connected in parallel V to a source of potential. The equivalent resistivity for the same length and area is, here they are connected in parallel. For the parallel connection, 1 by R equals 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2, that is equals to 1 by rho 1 plus 1 by rho 2. Here what is the LCM? Rho 1 into rho 2, and the numerator becomes rho 2 plus rho 1. So that is 1 by R. Then R equals, take the reciprocal, rho 1 into rho 2 by rho 1 plus rho 2. This is the answer. Here where it is rho 1 into rho 2, here option B. Here you can identify option B is the correct answer. Here which is the correct answer? Option B is the correct answer, and note it here. Rho 1 by rho 2 by P1 plus P2, option B is the correct answer. Now you take the question number 45. Calculate the current flow through the 5 ohm resistor in the following circuit. Here 5 ohm resistor 20 and 10 are connected in parallel. Here what we have to find out? We have to find the current flowing through the 5 ohm resistance, and it is given that the potential difference of that circuit is 6 volts, and for the parallel connection the potential difference remains constant and current changes. So here use the relation I equals V by R. V is 6, R is 5, then it becomes, if 6 is divided by 5, 5 ones are 5, so you take 1.2 amps. What is the answer here? Answer is 1.2 ampere of current flowing through the 5 ohm resistance. Next you take the question number 46. Two resistors are connected in series gives an equivalent resistance of 10 ohm. When connected in parallel gives 2.4 ohm. Then the individual resistances are, here total resistance in both the combinations are given, 10 ohm and 2.4 ohm. So here in series it is R1 plus R2 equals 10 ohm. Let us consider the resistances are R1 and R2. So when they are in series, R1 plus R2, that is equals to 10. When they are parallel, R1 by R2, that is you will get 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 equals 1 by 2.4, that is in parallel. Then you take the LCM here, that becomes, implies R1 into R2, numerator becomes R2 plus R1 equals what? 1 by 2.4. And you know this R2 plus R1 is 10. 10 by R1 into R2 equals 1 by 2.4. Do the cross multiplication. That becomes 24 equals R1 into R2. Here the sum is 10 and the product is 24. And it is possible 6 plus 4, 10, 6 4s are 24. So you take 6 and 4. So 6 4s are 24 and 6 plus 4 is 10. So when they are connected in parallel, you will get 2.4. 1 by 6 plus 1 by 4. Try here. LCM is 24. 4s are 6, you will get 10 by 24. Again here if you take the reciprocal, that becomes 24 by 10, which is equals to 2.4. So here which is the answer? 6 and 4. Note down the answer, 6 and 4. Then you take the question number 47. If R1 and R2 be the resistance of the filament of 40 watt and 60 watt respectively operating 220 V, then Here 4 options are there. R1 smaller than R2, R2 smaller than R1, R1 equals R2, R1 is greater than or equals to R2. And you take the relation among P equals V square by R. So if you take R equals, that is R equals V square by P. That is for R1, if you take R1, that becomes V square means 220 square by P 40, and other one is R2, 220 square by 60. Here if the numerator is less, the value will be more. So R1 is greater than R2. As the numerator decreases, the value increases. So R1, it is having the denominator 40. So as the denominator decreases, the value of the whole increases. So here 40 is less than 60. So R1 is greater than R2, or R2 is smaller than R1. So which is the answer here? R2. Here 60 is more than 40. So R2 is lesser. R2 is lesser than R1. Next you take the 48. Question number 48. The resistance of hot filament of the bulb is about 10 times the cold resistance. What will be the resistance of the 100 watt 220 V lamp when not in use? Here what is asked? We have to find the resistance. And what is the relation among this P, V and R? You know that R equals V square by P, that is 220 into 220 by P is 100. So 0 0 cancel, 22 2s are 484. So what is the resistance here? Resistance is 484 ohm. Resistance you take 484 ohm. Next you take the question number 49. To get the answer, let us have the relation among P, V and R. Here R remains constant. The potential difference is changed to V1, and we have to find the power in this case when the potential difference is V1 and the resistance remains constant. Here the device is not changed. So let us have the resistance is R equals, know that V square by P. V square by P, and if it becomes V1, then it becomes V1 square by P1. The power consumed becomes P1 when the voltage is V1. So you can have the relation V1 square by P1. In both the cases resistances are, for V and P it is V square by P, for V1 and P1 it is V1 square by P. Here we have to find the relation between these four. So we do the cross multiplication. P1 equals V1 square by V square, and P comes here. P1 equals V1 square by V square into P. So which is the answer here? Option A is the answer. Note down the answer, option A. Then you take the next question, question number 50. A fuse wire repeatedly gets burnt when used with a good heater. It is advised to use a fuse wire of. It is advised to use a fuse wire of more radius. You take. It is advised to use a fuse wire of more radius. So option D is. Now the question number 51. A cooler of 1500 watt 200 volt and a fan of 500 watt 200 volt are to be used from a household supply. The rating of fuse to be used. Here let us find the total power to be used. That is 1500 plus 500. 1500 plus 500, that is equals to 2000. So you know the relation among P, V and I. You know that here I you have to find out. I equals P by V. P is 2000 and V is 200. So here you will get 2 ones are 2 tens are 10 amps. So what is the rating of fuse? That is 10 ampere of rating is to be used. Next we take the question number 52. The effective resistance between A and B. Here note the figure here. There are two resistors of 4 ohm and 6 ohm, but the 6 ohm is shorted. 6 ohm is shorted. It is not considered here. Only 4 ohm. Here what is the resistance between A and B? Resistance between A and B is 4 ohm, as the 6 ohm resistance is shorted. So you take 4 ohm. Question number 53. A cell, a resistor, a key and an emitter are arranged as shown in the circuit diagrams. The current recorded in the emitter will be, here see the circuit diagram 1, 2 and 3, first, second and 3, and options are maximum in 1, maximum in 2, maximum in 3. Here you observe the figure. In all the 3 cases, the ammeter is connected in series. So here there is a series connection. So there is no change in the any case. No change in any case. So here you can say the answer option D. Same in all the cases. There is no change in any cases. In all the cases they are same. So option D is the answer. Note down the answer, option D. Now you take the question number 54. A current of 1 ampere is drawn from a filament of an electric bulb. Number of electrons passing through a cross section of the filament in 16 seconds would be roughly. Here let us use the formula for the charge. Know that Q is equals to number of electrons into charge of the electron, N into E, and also you know the relation I is equals to Q by T, and also you can have Q equals, here I is equals to Q by T means Q equals I into T. So these two can be equated. Q equals N into E, Q equals IT. So you can take N into E equals I into T. Here what is asked? Number of electrons. So then you take N equals I into T by E. I is current. Current is of 1 ampere. T is given 16. Then charge of the electron, you know, 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Then that becomes 16 by, again you can have, you take 1 0 here, then 16 you make here, into 10 power minus 19. 16 ones are 16 tens are, it becomes 10 into, you take this to the numerator, that equals 10 power 19, which is equals to 10 power 20. Then what is the answer here? 10 power 20. Option A is the answer. Question number 55. What is the maximum resistance which can be made using 5 resistors each of 155 ohm? Here, to get the maximum resistance, here if they are connected in series, so you take in connected in series 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5. Then that equals, the LCM is 5. You will get 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equals to 5 by 5. Then it is 1. So maximum means you can get 1 ohm. Option D is the answer. Note down the answer, option D. Next you take the question number 56. A cylindrical conductor of length L and uniform area of cross section A has resistance R. Another conductor of length 2L and resistance R of the same material has area of cross section. So the resistance is R in both the cases. R equals rho into L by A. Let us take that is A1. And in the second case, R equals rho into 2L by A2. Here the resistance are same, means you can equate these two. So that is rho into L by A1 equals rho into 2L by A2. And you know that this rho and L cancels, then A2 to the cross multiplication, A2 is equals to 2A1. So in the place of A you can take, if you take A1 is A, then it becomes A2 is equals to 2A. Then the material has area of cross sections A2, that is 2A. What is the answer here? Option 2A is the answer. Note down the answer. A student carries out an experiment and plot the graph V versus I of the same sample of nichrome wire with resistance R1, R2 and R3 respectively. Which of the following is true? Here you can verify that this is I. Here in which case the current is maximum? Here current is maximum when R1. So you take, it is a current I1, I2 and I3. Here the current is maximum. So you take that I1 is greater than, I2 is greater than I3. And you know that this current is inversely proportional to the resistance. Therefore here you take R1 is smaller than R2, smaller than R3. Here I1 is greater than, I2 greater than I3, means R1 is smaller than, R2 smaller than R3 we have to take. Here the minimum resistance is R1, maximum resistance is R3. So here with the relation R1 is lesser than, R2 is lesser than R3, means option C is the answer. That is, in reverse order you can take R3 is greater than, R2 greater than R1. So option C you will get R3 greater than, R2 greater than R1. Option C is the answer. Note down option C. Now you take the question number 58. If the current I through a resistor is increased by 100%, assume that temperature remains unchanged. The increase in power dissipated will be, here I is there, that is the current, and the current is increased by 100%, means I plus I it becomes, that is 2I. So in the previous case the power is equals to what? Power is equals to I square RT. And in the second you have to consider it is P1. Then you take P2. P2 is 2I whole square RT. So the increase is here, that is equals to 4I square RT. Increase is P2 minus P1. So to find the percentage for P1 into 100, that equals P2 is 4I square RT, P1 is I square RT divided by, again P1 is I square RT, I square RT into 100. That is, we know the method of finding the percentage. For P1 the increase is P2 minus P1, therefore for 100, then 4I square RT minus I square RT becomes 3I square RT by I square RT into 100, that equals I square RT cancels, 3 into 100 is 300%. It is how much? The answer is 300%. So the increase in power dissipated will be 300%. Option C is the answer. Note down, option C is the answer. Then you take the next question. The resistivity does not change if the material is changed, the temperature is changed, the shape of the resistor is changed, both material and temperature are changed. You know that resistor does not depend upon the shape of the resistor. So if the shape of the resistor changes, the resistor will not change, it remains same. So note down the answer. Option C is the answer. Next you take the question number 60. 60 question. In an electrical circuit, two resistors of 2 ohm and 4 ohm respectively are connected in series to a 6 volt battery. The heat dissipated by the 4 ohm resistor in 5 seconds will be. Heat dissipated by the 4 ohm resistor in 5 seconds. Here, what is given here? Two resistors are connected in series, that is 2 ohm resistor and 4 ohm resistors are connected in series, and the voltage of the circuit is voltage of that circuit is 6 volt and heat dissipated by the 4 ohm resistor. And you know the formula for heat, H equals I square RT. H equals I square RT. Then to find H, here current is needed. Take that current. I is equals to V by R. I is equals to V by I. R here, that is connected in series. Here I is equals to V by R. V is, that is 6, and R is 2 plus 4. In series, the sum of the resistor is 2 plus 4, you will get 6. So the current is here 1 ampere. Then in the series connection, current is same through all the resistors. Therefore, through the 4 ohm resistor, you take H equals 1 square, R is 4, T is 5. Then H equals 5 fours, here 1 into 4 into 5, you will get 20 joules. Then what is the answer here? Answer 20 joules. Option C is the answer. Then you take the next question, question number 61. The electric potential is a scalar quantity, vector quantity, neither scalar nor vector, sometimes scalar and sometimes vector. Electrical potential is always scalar quantity. Electrical potential is always scalar quantity. Option A is the answer. Then you take the question number 62. 1 MV is equals to, 1 MV means 1 millivolts. 1 millivolt is equals to 10 power minus 3 volts. That is equals to 1 MV. 1 MV equals 1 by 1000 volts. That is equals to 1 by 10 power 3 volts. That equals 10 power minus 3 volts. The answer is option C, 10 power minus 3 volts. Next you take the question number 63. Coulomb is the SI unit of, you know that Coulomb is the SI unit of charge. You know it. If you know the answer, you can identify directly. So option A is the answer. Coulomb is the SI unit of the charge. Then you take the question number 64. When electric current is passed, electrons move from the electron rich end to the electron rare end. That is, electron rich and means that is low potential to higher potential, low potential to high potential, and the electric current flows from higher potential to lower potential, that is in the opposite direction of the flow of electron. So the option B is the answer. Electric current is passed, electric current moves from higher potential to lower potential, and electron moves from low potential to high potential. Then question number 25, the heating element of an electric iron is made up of. Heating element of an electric iron is made up of, that is nichrome, which is having high resistance, high resistivity to give the more amount of heat. So option B is the answer. Heating element of an electric iron is made up of nichrome. Then the question number 66, the electrical resistance of insulator is. Electrical resistance of insulator is high, low, zero, infinitely high. Electrical resistance of insulator means it is having maximum resistance. It does not allow the electric current to pass through it, so it is having infinitely high resistance. Then option D is the answer. Next you take the question number 67. Electrical resistivity of any given metallic wire does not depend upon. Here options are there: thickness, shape, nature of the material, length. It does not depend upon its shape. If shape changes, it will not change, it remains same. So it does not depend upon its shape. Next one, question number 68. SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Option C is the answer. Note down the answer, option C. Then question number 69. Electric power is inversely proportional to resistance, voltage, current, temperature. It is inversely proportional to resistance. The relation P is equals to V square by R. So here, as R increases, electric power decreases. So it is inversely proportional to resistance. Note down the answer, option A. Next we take the question number 70. What is the commercial unit of electrical energy? Commercial unit of electrical energy is kilowatt hour. Note down the answer, option C. Next one, question number 71. An electric bulb is connected to a 220V generator. The current is 0.50 ampere. What is the power of the bulb? Here what is given? V is given and I is given, and P is to be found out. P equals V into I. P equals what? V into I. That is V is 220 into 0.50. So 2 5s are 10. 2 5s are 10 plus 1, 11. And 2 zeros are there. And point will come after 2 zeros, after 2 digits. So it is 110 watt. Note down the answer. What is the answer? 110. Option B is the answer. Next question. Three resistors of 1 ohm, 2 ohm and 3 ohm are connected in parallel. The combined resistance of the three resistors should be. Here they are connected in parallel. Connected in parallel means, what is the relation? 1 by R equals 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, that is 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. Then the LCM is 6. 1 6 the 1 6 the 6. 2 3 the 1 3 the plus 3 2 the 1 2 the. Then it becomes 6 plus 3 9, 9 plus 2 11, 11 by 6. So then R becomes 6 by 11. Here 1 by R equals 11 by 6. Then R equals 6 by 11. That is lesser than 1. Lesser than 1. So what is the answer here? Less than 1. Option B is the answer. Note down the answer. Option B. Question number 73. The resistivity of insulator is of the order of. The resistivity of insulator is more than 10 power ohm meter. So now let us have the answer. 10 power 8. 10 power 8 ohm meter. That is more than 10 power 4 meter. That is the resistivity of insulator is of the order of 10 power 8 ohm meter. Then question number 74. 1 kilowatt hour equals dash joules. 3.6 into 10 power 6 joules. Option C is the answer. Note down the answer. Option C. You know that 1 kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour means 1000 into. 1 kilo means 1000 watt into hour. Hour means 6 into 6. 6 into 6. That becomes 6 6 are 36. 1 2 3 4 5. So we will get 10 power 5. And if you take point here, it becomes 3.6 into 10 power 6. Therefore, option B is the answer. Then you take the question number 75. Which of the following gases are filled in electric bulb? In electric bulb, naturally, argon and nitrogen will be filled. So you take argon and nitrogen. Option D is the answer. Question number 76. 100 joule of heat is produced each second in 4 ohm resistor. The potential difference across the resistor will be. Potential difference across the resistor will be. Here what is heat? Heat equals I square RT. That is 100 equals I square. R is 4. T is each second is means 1 second. Then 100 by 4 equals I square. 4 ones are 4, 25 are I equals square root of 25, which is equals to 5. Then also here what you have to find out? We have to find out V. You know that H equals one more formula, V into I into T. Then V equals H by IT. H by I into T. H is 100. I is 5 into T is 1. Oh, then you will get 5 ones are 5 20s are. Then what is the answer? Option C is the answer. Option C is the answer. Note down it. Now you take the question number 94. A coil in the heater consumes power P on passing current. If it is cut into halves and joined in parallel, it will consume power. Here P is there, P by 2 is there, 2P is there, 4P is there. Let us verify the answer here. Here power is there and consider the resistance is R. If it is cut into coil heater means it is having a resistance R you take. Then it is cut into 2 pieces, equal pieces. So the resistance becomes R by 2 and R by 2. Then if it is connected in parallel, it becomes 1 by R by 2 plus 1 by R by 2. So you take that resistance here. Then that is 2 by R plus 2 by R, 4 by R it becomes. Then here you got 1 by R1 is equals to 4 by R. Then R1 equals R by 4. You will get R1 equals R by 4. Then what happens to the power? You know the power formula. Power formula is V square by R. If R becomes R by 4, it becomes V square by R by 4, that is equals to 4V square by R, which is equals to 4P, is equals to 4P. So option D is the answer. Option D is the answer. Question number 95. A device used to change the resistance in an electric circuit is rheostat. Note down the answer. Rheostat is the device used to change the resistance in the electric circuit. Now you take the question number 96. The potential difference between the terminals of electric heater is 60 watt. When it draws a current of 4A from the source, the resistance of electric heater coil is. Here what is given? Potential difference between the terminals of electric heater is 60 volt. When it draws a current of 4 amp from the source, the resistance of the electric heater coil is. Here V is given, that is 60V. I is also given, 4A. Then what is to be find out? R. R is equals to, that is V by I. So you will get 60 by 4, which is equals to 15 ohm. So what is the answer here? 15 ohm. Option A is the answer. Next you take the question number 97. The resistance of a conductor does not depend upon. The resistance of a conductor depend upon length of the conductor, area of the cross section of the conductor, and nature of the material, and it does not depend upon the magnetic nature. So what is the answer? Option C is the answer. Next you take the question number 98. Watt is SI unit of. Watt is the SI unit of electric power, So option D is the answer. You must know the unit of electric power, that is watt. Next you take the question number 99. What is that question? Observe the following table. Materials are given, the resistivity is given. Resistivity of K is 6.84 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. L 1.62 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. M 5.20 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. N 2.63 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. Good conductor of electricity among these materials. Conductivity depends upon the resistivity. As the resistivity increases, conductivity decreases. Here good conductor means that much have the least resistivity. Here you have to identify the least resistivity, which is least. Here powers are same. So here among these, which is least, that you have to identify. Here which is least? L. L is the material having least resistivity, so it is a good conductor among all these material, which is that option B, L. Note down the answer. Then you take the question number 100. SI unit of electric charge is. SI unit of electric charge is coulomb. Note down the answer, option C. Next question number 101. The opposition to flow of electric current is called. You know that the opposition to flow of electric current is called resistance. Note down the answer, option C. Then 102, question number 102. The formula of Joule law of heating. Formula for Joule law of heating is H is equals to I square RT. All these formulas are wrong here. H equals I square RT. So option D is the answer. Then you take the question number 103. How much work is done in moving a charge of 2C across 2 points having a potential difference 12 volt. So the work done is equals to V into Q. W is equals to V into Q. V is here 12 and 2C. So it is 24 joules. 24 joules of work is done. Note down the answer. Next, question number 104. A piece of wire resistance R is cut into 5 equal parts. These parts are connected in parallel. If the equivalent resistance of this combination is R dash, then the ratio of R is to R dash. R by R dash equals. The same question asked in the form of R by R dash. In the previous question, R1 is to R2, and also they asked in the form of capital R, small r. Here the only the letters, the symbol is changed, and here the same question you will get the ratio. What is that? 5 by R plus 5 by R plus 5 by R plus 5 by R plus 5 by R, which is equals to, that is 1 by R you will get, or R1 you will get, that is 25 by R. So then it is, ratio becomes R1 equals, what is that? So 1 by R by R by R1 R dash you will get. You take here R dash is equals to 25 by 1. So 25 is there. The same question asked in different manner. Next you take the question number 105. Which of the following terms does not represent electrical power in a circuit? First one is here, I square into R. P is equals to, the relations are VI, and VI you can have is equals to, I can be written as V into Q by T, and also V can be written as R into I. R into I into I, that is I square R. Here VI is there, and V into Q by T is there, and I square is into R is there. But here it is, then you can have Y can be written as V into V by R. Here you know that V is equals to R into I, and I is equals to V by R. In the place of R you can write, in the place of I you can write V by R, then it becomes V square by R. V square by R. So here it must be V square by R. It is not V square into R. It is not V square into R. So this is the wrong. Option D is not the electrical power. Here you can have P is equals to V into I. Yes, P is equals to this, I can be written as Q by T. This is also true. And again in the place of V, again you can write I into R, that is I square R. But here this must be V square by R. So this is not the relation of the power. So it does not represent the V square R does not represent the electric power. So which is the answer? Option D. This does not represent electrical power in a circuit. So you take option D is the answer. Next you take the question number 106. 106. The correct way of using electrical appliances in domestic electrical circuit is. The correct way of using electrical appliances in domestic electric circuit. First one, what is there? Connecting electrical appliances in series using the electrical appliances of 880 watt 5A electric circuit. Connecting the main fuse to electrical appliances in a parallel using the electrical appliances of 2 kilowatt power. Option A, connecting electrical appliances in series. It is not convenient. It is not a correct way. Using electrical appliance of 800 watt power in 5A electric current electric circuit, it is okay. It is one of the correct way. Now you go connecting main fused electrical appliances. This is also not correct way. Using a electrical appliance of 2 kilowatt power in 5A electric circuit. It is also not a correct way. So which is using an electrical appliance of 880 watt power in 5A electric circuit. It is the correct way of using electrical appliances in domestic electric circuit. So consider this as an answer. What is that? Option B. Then you take the question number 107. Two conducting wires of same material and of equal length and equal diameters are first connected in series and then parallel in a circuit across the same potential difference. The ratio of heat produced in series and parallel combination would be. Here you need to find the R in both the cases. First case, here two conducting wires of same materials and of equal length and equal diameters are first connected in series. So if you consider there are, that becomes R plus R, which is equals to 2R. That is, so you got that here RS is 2R, R plus R, and R parallel is R by 2. Then use the relation here, heat produced, that is equals to H1 you take HS, HR, that is parallel, I square RT by I square RT. Here TT cancels, so you take this is RS, RP. Then RS is 2R and RP is R by 2. Then it becomes 2R into 2 by R. So you will get 4. 4 is to 1. Then what is the ratio? Option D. Option D is the answer. Note down the answer. Option D. Then you take the question number 108. Tungsten is used almost exclusively for filament of electric lamps because it has, know that heating filament must have high resistivity because to get the more amount of heat, and also high melting point. It should not melt easily. So which is the option here? Option A, high resistivity and high melting point. As the resistivity increases, heat producing also increases, and also it must have the high melting point. Therefore tungsten is used almost exclusively for filament of electric lamps because it has high resistivity and high melting point. Now you take question number 109. The conductors of electric heating devices such as bread toasters and electric irons made of an alloy rather than a pure metal because it has, you know that heat bread toasters, all these are, in this case you must get more heat, so they must have high resistivity and high melting point. High resistivity and high melting point. This is the same type question as we have taken previously. Then you take the question number 110. Copper and aluminium wires usually employed for a electricity transmission because copper and aluminium wires are heavy. For the transmission of electricity, conductivity must be more. Means if copper and aluminum wires are used for the electricity transmission, means they must be good conductors. They must have low resistivity and good conductors of electricity. Low resistivity and good conductors of electricity. So you take option D is the answer here. Option D. Question number 111. In an electric circuit, these symbols represents. Here you observe the first one. It is a closed switch. it is ammeter, and it is voltmeter, it is open switch. So here switch closed, ammeter, voltmeter, switch open. So option D is the answer. You must know this all symbol, then only you can identify the answer. So which is the answer? Option D is the answer. Then you take the next one, 112. A continuous and closed path of an electric current is called electric circuit. You must know this term, electric circuit. Then you take the question number 113. An electric bulb is connected to a 220V generator. The current flowing in the bulb is 0.50A. Then the power of the bulb is, here what is given? Potential difference is given. And current flowing through the bulb is given. What you have to find out? We have to find the power. You know the relation. P is equals to V into I. P is the power, V is the potential difference, and I is the current. Then it is 220 into 0.50. That is 22 into 5 is 110. 20 means it is 110 watt. 110 watt. Then what is the answer? Option C is the answer. Note down the answer, option C. This is also a repeated question. Then you take the 114. The amount of current will electric heater coil draw from a 220V source if the resistance of the heater coil is 100 ohm. Here use the Ohm's law, that is I is equals to V by R. Here 220 volt, that is the potential difference, and R is the resistance 100. So 220 by 100, 0 cancels, you will get 22 by 2, which is equals to 2.2 amperes. So which is the answer here? Option C. Option C is the answer. Note down the answer. Option C, 2.2A, the current flowing through the heater coil. Then you take the next question, 105. Precautionary measures taken to prevent overload in a circuit is. What is the question? Precautionary measures taken to prevent a overload in a circuit. Here what are the options? Many appliances are connected to a single socket. Many appliances are connected to a different socket. Many appliances are not used at a time. Both B and C. These are the 4 options. Here you can agree B and C. Here many appliances are not used at a time. Many appliances are connected to a different socket. So option B and C are correct. So note down the answer. Option B and D. Now the question number 116. The work done to move a unit charge from one point to other. What is the question? Work done to move a unit charge from one point to other. You know that it is a potential difference. Work done to move a unit charge from one point to another is the potential difference. So then what is the answer? Option B is the answer. Next you take the question number 117. The resistance of a conductor is 27 ohm. If it is cut into 3 equal parts and connected it in parallel, then the resultant resistance will be. Here the conductor total resistance is given, that is 27 ohm. If it is cut into 3 parts, that is divided into 3 parts, it becomes 27 divided by 3, that is 9 ohm, 9 ohm, 9 ohm. And if they are connected in parallel, then you get 27 by 3, that you will get 9 ohm. If they are connected in parallel, 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9, that is 9, and 1 plus 1 plus 1, that becomes 3. That is 3 ones are 3 3s are. So you will get 1 by Rp equals 1 by 3 means Rp equals 3 ohm. What is the answer here? Option B is the answer. Option B is the answer. Next, you take the question number 118. The work done in moving a charge of 2C across 2 points at potential difference 12V. Here, work done in moving a charge of 2C across the potential difference 12 volt. That is W is equals to V into Q. V is 12 and charge is 2. You will get 24 joule. What is the answer here? Option A. This is also repeated. Next, you take the question number 119. The resistance of a uniform metallic conductor is. Resistance of a uniform metallic conductor is, first one, directly proportional to its length, inversely proportional to its length, equal to its length, multiple of its length. Know that as the length of the conductor increases, resistance also increases. That is directly proportional to its length. Directly proportional to its length. Option A is the answer. Then you take question number 120. The instrument used to maintain potential difference across the conductor is. The instrument used to maintain the potential difference is battery. You know that it is a source of EMF, maintains the potential difference across the conductor, which helps to the flow of electric current through the conductor. Note down the answer, option C. Next one, question number 121. Instrument used to measure electric current. Instrument used to measure electric current. This is also repeated question, ammeter. That is the flow of electric charges. Next, you take question number 122. Instrument used to measure potential difference in the electric circuit. Instrument used to measure the potential difference is voltmeter, not voltmeter, voltmeter. So you take option A is the answer. Next, you take 123. 123. In an electric circuit, ammeter is connected in. Ammeter is connected in series. And next question. In an electric circuit, voltmeter is connected in. Voltmeter is connected in parallel. So note down the answer, option A. Next, you take the question number 125. The benefits of connecting parallel series in an electric circuit is. Benefits of connecting parallel series in an electric circuit. First one, dividing electric current, total resistance becomes less in circuit. Dividing electric current, total resistance becomes more in circuit. If one appliance is not working, then all appliances will not stop working. Option both A and C are answer. Yes, you can agree that by dividing electric current, total resistance becomes less in circuit. And option C says that if one appliance is not working, then all other appliances will not stopping. So here the options are, what is the answer here? Answer is D. Of both option A and C are correct. Note down, both option A and C are correct. That is the answer. Therefore, note down option D is the answer. Then you take the question number 126. If a current of 0.5 A is drawn by a filament of an electric bulb for 10 minutes, then the amount of electric charge that flows through the circuit is. Here what is given? Current is given and the time is given. Then what you have to find out? Electric charge. You know the relation among these three, that is I equals Q by T. I equals Q by T, and here we have to find out Q. Q is equals to I into T. Q is equals to I into T. I is how much? 0.5 and 10. 10 means it is 5C. 0.5 into 10 is 5. So what is the answer here? Option B is the answer. Note down the answer, option B. Then the question number 127. Formula of Ohm's law is. Ohm's law formula you know, that is V equals Ri. R into I. So option C is the answer. Then the question number 128. To prolong the life of the filament of an electric bulb, the gas filled in the bulb is. Here oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, nitrogen are there. So which gas is used? Nitrogen is used. So note down, option D is the answer.